parce que manquer travail carrément, manquer travail, manquer comme pour me faire témoigner à l'école, manquer comme pour me faire madame, manquer comme pour me faire famille, m'oblige venir là, venir travail.
2, 3, et...
Là, on vient là, on quitte la cao, on vient dans le pays, on pas de connaître qui sont à venir. Là, ça a toujours, ou pas jamais sentir à l'aise. Mais là, on commence à venir à vivre. Ou à l'aise. Ou sentir peut-être qu'on rejoint nous dormir, qui rejoint nos familles qui vont se dormir, ou venir déjà au travail, ou à travail. Là, ça laisse maintenant arriver même là, par un gros corps, ou un petit l'argent dans le monde, ou venir à l'aise.
In the late 1950s, the earliest major influx of Haitians began migrating to the Bahamas, then a British colony. This coincided with the election of Haitian President Francois Papadoc Duvalier, who would be known as one of the most brutal dictators ever. Sinking deeper into poverty, many Haitians fled to Bahamian islands like Exuma, Eleuthera, New Providence, and Abaco, where jobs were easy to find and undeveloped land readily available.
This was, from a sociological point of view, a great thing for the people who like stratification, because it gave them some people to look down on, you see? And the Haitians, in the beginning, everybody had what is called my Haitian. In other words, like you would say, well, you know, my pet dog or cat or something, because he actually became an employee of people who ordinarily would have to do the work themselves.
In 1973, the political climate of the Bahamas escalated to its independence from Britain. With it came a renewed sense of Bahamian pride and a Bahamian constitution, which states that a person born in the Bahamas to foreign parents is not automatically entitled citizenship. But those persons can apply between their 18th and 19th birthday, leaving the children of Haitian nationals, the second generation, stuck in a stateless situation.
I'm an EMT. Both parents are from Haiti. I graduated from high school in 2003. I haven't gone to college just yet, but I'm planning to very soon. Actually, I believe it or not, I feel that Haitians who come from Haiti in the Bahamas have more privileges sometimes than Haitian Bahamians that are actually born here. Because when they come, they can apply for their work permits, and some of them get it in a few months, less than a year, and they're able to travel to the States and travel wherever, and they're able to work. And a lot of Haitian Bahamians over here do not have that privilege. You know, I know a lot of Haitian Bahamians who have never left the island. So I feel that those from Haiti actually have a better opportunity than we do.
You have a large group of people in our country now. No one knows quite how many there are, but they're very angry as they grow generation after generation. They don't feel like they belong in either place. They're denied privileges that Bahamians would be privileged to.
All of the jobs you go to, most of them that I applied to, you have to be a Bahamian, okay? And the Bahamian will always have first preference, you know? And as simple as opening a bank account, I remember with my first job, because I had to get paid through a bank account, and I couldn't do that. You know, so it's really, really hard, because a lot of stuff that you want to do, it just was basically impossible.
The older ones, they're angry or upset that the younger generation's shaking the boat or making waves because they want to stay here and they're comfortable. What's happening with the younger generation is because they're born here, they know that they have a right to be here constitutionally.
The fact is, we have let this thing go on for so long that it's an indictment on us as Bahamians and on our governments that they've not addressed it.
The best way to combat ignorance is to write. And that was my outlet, you know, I was out the top in the poetic expression, writing my, in regards to the prejudice that I was encountering from my people who look just like me, who are the same nose race as I am, who had the same pigmentation of skin as I am, who will ridicule me on a constant basis because of the lack of understanding what it is at the time of what it is to be Haitian.
I'd say it was different, okay, different from those that were Bahamians. We were just looked at, you know, from a lower class.
I see a trend that's very scary, where the Haitians are blamed for the high crime. They're blamed for all of these, the things that we see happening. They're blamed for the stretch on the resources for education, healthcare, and those types of things. And instead of the government addressing the real issue, the Haitian becomes the scapegoat. So the anger builds on both sides. Very, very, very bad formula.
If I had my way, I would say anybody who won the Bahamas should be a Bahamian, if I had my way, okay? But I just think it's really, really hard for us because when we graduated high school, you know, a lot of people would like to go and pursue a higher level of education, and the jobs that our parents have is really basically maids and handymen. You know, it's not that much money.
At the College of the Bahamas, the only government-owned tertiary institution, all non-Bahamians are required to pay a tuition more than twice the amount a Bahamian would pay, a price that is too high for most prospective Haitian Bahamian students to meet.
Education is that light. It's that light that propels, those of the poverty and the richest. The reason I study law because I hate injustice in every level, you know, regardless of wherever it's coming from. Because, you know, injustice at the end of the day, what it breeds? It breeds contempt, and it breeds a distrust, and it creates chaos. These where the leaders come from. These where the future thinkers, these are where the policy makers, the law makers in society comes from, at the tertiary level.
Many Haitians and Haitian Bahamians who cannot afford their own property live in shanty towns like the Mud and Pigeon Pea, the largest Haitian communities in the Bahamas. The Mud and Pigeon Pea lie in the heart of Marsh Harbor, Abaco Island, without any water, electricity, or waste management provided by the government. They are, for the most part, living by their own rules.
But as you get into the mud part, that's where it becomes more of a shanty town, where, you know, it's just like a house build up one next to the other and wires all over the place. And what has happened is that one house would have electricity and the others would hijack it from the other house and spread it around, and that's where the danger comes in.
Right now, I believe we have over 7,000 strong Haitian and Haitian Bahamian through here, like between Pigeon Peas and the Mud. We like a community. We watch each other back. That's the way it is.
You have the Mud and Pea full of young Haitian Bahamians with not much to do, and they see the Bahamian kids that they went to school with progressing and having opportunities, and they simply can't have that same opportunity because they don't have this piece of paper that they are entitled to have.
The only way you can see Bahamian come through here, if they have like a fire, and then that's when you can see Red Cross, police, even sometimes, if a fight in the back of here, you call the police. Police ain't coming. Especially in the nighttime, you get dead, police ain't coming.
We're the ones who are in authority. We govern the way that they should live. So we shouldn't just have a little community that lives how they want to live because either we're afraid to offend or we're afraid because we need them. So we just shut our eyes to whatever they're doing because we need to have them. We need them to work for us.
And I believe Bahamians in general are threatened by their ability not only to do well economically, but the depth and richness of their culture is seen as a threat to Bahamian culture. And I think that's an unfortunate take because the reality is if we can learn to blend our cultures, we all become a richer culture.
Began being more conscious and aware of my identity and of both Haitian and Bahamian and how they can be merged together. And what I'm pretty much what I'm doing is basically I'm just periodically just doing pieces about the way I grew up. And I decided I'll do a bigger piece now. And it was just basically sort of an homage to my father that, he sacrificed to come over here and to take the risk literally to come over here and to make it right. And he had us and whatnot. And the sacrifice of just just doing the thing that he did to make sure we had, food on the table, clothes on our back and a roof over our head. So it was pretty much an homage to him. And in a lot of ways, an homage to all the Haitians that did take the chance to come over here to find a better way of life,
Upon age 18, I realized I was pretty much stateless. That I wasn't really a Haitian citizen, neither was I a Bahamian. You could work as hard as you want, and you could contribute as much to the society in whatever which way you can, and it seemed like to me it wasn't valued because I had been a good student, and I had not been in any illegal acts, and I never broke the law, and I was focused for the most part. And it's like, despite all that hard work and effort, like it didn't seem that much value unless, I guess, the higher powers say that it had value. So pretty much you're in this state of limbo whereby you're just trying to do everything yourself,
I was 18 when I applied. Yeah, and I got it last year. For me, it's like 4 years. Yeah, 4 years. I know persons who it has taken longer and who applied way before me and still haven't gotten anything as yet.
Applications. That is a difficulty. We do have a backlog.
Yeah, well, it's called the Hawkins Hill. It's probably the worst experience as a Haitian Bahamian growing up to have because it's so symbolic. It's just pinnacle at the top of this tower, and it's like you can't reach it. Once you get that final paper that says that you're a citizen, like coming down is like this relief. It's an amazing feeling because it's a long wait.
Basically, I was there at least twice a week, every week, religiously, because it's something I really wanted, because I know having it would just make life easier.
Certainly, if persons put in applications and they are completed, at this stage, they ought to be dealt with most expeditiously.
They often say, well, the process is because it's a lot of us, they say, and, it takes time to process. That's what they say.
My opinion is like if you don't sleep with somebody or put something under the table for somebody, or know somebody who know you, ain't nothing happening, So it was a long journey.
Certainly the U.S. is struggling with this on the Mexican border. Eastern countries, even England, everyone's struggling with immigration. So to understand it from a global perspective will give us perspective. I also don't think that the broader global community understands that this is happening here. It's embarrassing to me and others who work in the human rights community to see that our government has not taken a more formidable stand, a clearer stand.
It's only going to get better if we agitate for it, Because, like I say, I think a lot of people in power, they only act when people react. But the problem is, instead of reacting to certain situations, I guess, generally Bahamians and anybody living here needs to be more proactive, I'm proud to be a Haitian, and I love to be a Haitian.